So today we're going to talk about the prepositions, the prepositions in, at, and on. All right, we can see them. I think. All right. So prepositions are words that help that comes that come before a noun. They can help us to express places, means of transportation, and times. Places, means of transportation, and the time. So we're going to draw a we're going to draw a table. All right. This table is going to be like this one. All right. All right. So in this table we're going to write uh, in, on, at, and we're going to also see the preposition by as well. All right, by. So as we have said, these prepositions help us to express. They help us to express places, place, time, and mean means of transportation. You know. All right. So in the case of a place, in helps us to express a big a big place. It's not a specific place. It's not in a specific place. So, for example, in the in a place like this, we can say in. If I say I am in the park, for example, in the park. So I might be I might be here or here or over here. It's not a specific point. On the other hand, if we use on to describe a place, uh, for example, I am in I am in the park, right? It's not a specific place. I'm in the park. I can be here or more in the north of the park or in the near of the house of the park. It's not a specific. It's not a specific, you know. And also a place helps us to express that something is inside. For example, it is the apple is inside the box. You know, on the preposition on helps us to express when we want to say that something is above another thing, above, on the top of another thing. For example, if there is a tree and here, for example, is a cat, it's a cat in above of the tree. So we can say the the so we can say the cat is on the tree. The cat is on the tree. So this is also a way. For at is used for a specific places, very very specific places. Very very specific places. So we can say I am at the at the at the park, for example, the park. So in this case, I am at the park. So I'm in the middle. It's a specific place, very very specific. On the other hand, by is used also for non-specific places. So if I say I am by the park, by the park, it happens. It's very similar to the word in, you know, because I might be over here near of the tree. I might be here near of this house, or of or maybe more in the east or more in the west, of the park. So it's not a specific place. So for times, let's pass back. For times, um, we are going to use in for example, very long periods of time. For example, years, months, or weeks. I can say I I will buy it in 2000 and 2025, for example, in 2025. So we're using in for describe years. On will help us uh, to write to to express days, especially days. I can say she, or maybe her her birthday is on on Monday, for example. Monday. Her birthday is on Monday. You know, we're using it for days. At will help us to describe time, very specific points in the time. For example, I can say, I will finish at 9 o'clock. Very specific points in the at time. By helps us to express that something has finished. You know, it's finish time. For example, I can say the the due date is by the due date is by next Sunday, for example. It's by next Sunday. So it's a due date. It is telling us that uh, the due date is by next Sunday. So it was a period of time. You know, it was a period of time, and its due date is next Sunday. There's a period of time that has finished by. For means of transportation, in helps us to express that you are inside of a mean of transportation. All right. So, for example, we can say very large. Very large means of transportation. For example, I can say I um, I came. I am maybe I am in the cable car, for example. Cable car. And this other example, means of transportation on, who will help us to for explaining bicycles, for example. They are on their bicycles. At on their bicycles, or for large transportation. For example, I am on the plane, for example. Plane. at will help us to more for more small means of transportation, like for example, taxi. She is at the taxi, for example. No, it's more small, small. So let's see an example. And for buy, we don't use it for means of transportation. The word buy. All right. So let's see an example. Let's see an exercise. Let's take advantage of this space, of this blank space, to make an exercise. All right. For example, you're going to complete this sentence using in, on, and at. All right. I am. Mm, mm, mm. All right. Mm, 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 mm. All right. So you have to complete this. You have to fill these blanks. You know. So you have to complete it. All right. We are going to give you five. No, not five. You can pause the video and in order to complete this exercise. All right. So now let's see the answers. The answers are I am on a plane because a plane is very large. It's very long. You know. So the correct answer would be on a plane. I think I will be there 7:30, which was for specific times. It was at right at 9 o'clock. This is a specific time, so I will be there at 7:30. I will be there. I will be at 7:30. Just this, no. I will be at 7:30. Something by the city. Mm, it's not a specific point, you know. A city is very big, so it's very big, so we can say by in this case, by, you know. Or it might also be in, you know. It might also be in uh, because if you are talking about that the city in the middle of the city, so you can say 7:30 in the city. But if you are going to be more like that in this point of the city or there or over there in any point, you can say by. So the correct answer would be by or in any of them, you know. So that would be for today, and let's see you in another lesson.